Hello guys from Plant Reviews. Today I'll talk briefly about one of my favorite alliums in my garden, the Allium ambassador. The ambassador is an allium that reaches about 4 foot, so about 1.2 meters tall. As you can see, I have it nearby mostly lilies, and it's great because it blooms just before the lilies, and also with his huge purple flower head gives a nice contrast to the pale pink flowers. So the clematis Josephine just back there, behind the ambassador. The ambassador, like all alliums, need a very well drained soil and full sun. It can take partial shade, but really is ideally full sun, and that's the reason because I have it together with lilies and clematis Josephine that like the same conditions. The plant is about spread about 30-40 centimeters, but in height it reaches about, as I said, about 4 foot, 120 centimeters. So it's great at the back of the border, ideally in between other tall plants like lilies. They also add a vertical statement to your garden, and just preceding climbers, for example, is ideal near a fence like I have, because obviously being quite tall stems, they really don't do well if strong winds are present, and it's the same conditions of the lilies, and that's the reason because I keep lilies and alliums altogether quite compact, a little bit closer than they actually should be planted. Theoretically should be planted at least 15 centimeters apart. Usually I plant them about 10 centimeters apart, so yeah, they're able to pack together against the winds, because in my garden the wind, well, as you can hear and see, is often quite strong. The Allium ambassador is one of the alliums with the hugest flower heads. They can reach up to 20 centimeters. Mine are not quite 20 centimeters, they're about 15 centimeters, so I'm still very delighted of them. The color is a very intense purple, and they are there's basically more than 100 flowers on each flower head, and they're absolutely loved by bees and bumblebees. So if you want a bee friendly or pollinator friendly garden, the Allium ambassador is one of the most recommended flower bulbs you can get for your garden. On the top of that, obviously, if you like pink and lilac purple hues, you can see how beautiful is this Allium against the Clematis Josephine and the Clematis Arabella, and basically all these lilac, pink, and white and violet clematises as well. I think it's a nice combination with fragrant plants, because the ambassador really lacks fragrance. Is really almost undetectable. It's like honey scented, but very faint, and having it together with the Chinese jasmine at the same and blooming about at the same time is absolutely a great combination for all the senses, the sight and the smell. Therefore, this is an allium that I can most recommend for the garden. As I said, pollinator friendly, beautiful color, huge flower head, up to 20 centimeters in diameter, and also you can see how compact is the flower. On the top of that, when the flowers fade about after 4 or 5 weeks, so it's already a long blooming time for 5 weeks, the seeds start developing in the capsule on the same flower head, and they keep the very nice shape, globe shaped. So it is an additional element of interest in the garden for a few weeks. Also, it is a very long vase life as cut flowers, as well as in dry flower arrangement when the flower heads are holding the seed capsules rather than the flowers after the flowers have faded. Therefore, again, the only maybe thing that could have been improved is the fragrance, but really you can't have everything in a flower usually. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully I will see you next time. If you like my videos and would like to support my YouTube channel, it would be great if you could please subscribe, and any comments, positive or negative, is obviously very well accepted, and I will try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Cheers.